What's up, YouTube? So this video is going to be about this brake kit and how I got it on. This is not a CTSV brake kit that I put on here. Even though I bought the CTSV hardware for it, and I'm gonna go around and tell you about everything you need to do to put this brake kit on. This is a Camaro SS brembo brakes. Got that for y'all right now, so I'm gonna go around and show you exactly how to set this up and stuff like that. And I'm not going to take it apart. I was deciding if I want to or not, because I'm on a time frame. I gotta move out of this apartment in like in a week, so it's gonna require me way more time to just take the whole thing apart and put it back on, because I plan to drive this vehicle. I plan on driving my 240 to my new house, so I don't have time to kind of take it all apart for y'all. If y'all want that, just give me a comment below and let me know if y'all really want that, because I could do that. But I'm gonna try my best to explain to y'all exactly what I need to do to put this brake kit on, Camaro SS brake kit on your 240. So let's get to the rotors. I took the liberty of keeping this box, not just for y'all, but for me as well. When something happens to my rotors, it gets low and something like that, I know exactly what to order and how to order it. So pretty much, actually, you can see right here, you're gonna need the Nissan 350Z. It's supposed to be the Brembo track pack, but yeah, the description's all right here and stuff like that. Yeah, if you ever want to get your phone out and do that barcode, you can. Go ahead and hold it right there for a few seconds. You want to get your barcode and check it out. Exactly the part number, pretty much, yeah, the size, diameter, everything, and it fits like a glove. No problems, no issues with that, stuff like that. It may seem a little bit wobbly now. That's because I was pulling it back and forth, and one of the brake pads pushed out a little bit, so that's why it's a little bit loose. But usually, you know, when you pump your brakes, it gets tight. This whole thing tightens up and stuff like that. Especially with the wheel on, everything fits good. So you're gonna need a 10mm to take off this brake. Oh, I'm sorry. So the whole reason why I'm doing this too is I end up using the caliber brake lines for the Camaro, but they weren't the right size. They were the right fitting, so it was tight. I had my buddy over here. Me and him was pumping the brakes, and it was tight. It was holding the air, but then when the car turned on and that vacuum line activated, it was leaking brake fluid. So I was like, what the heck, you know, what's going on, stuff like that. So I figured out that this is the wrong thread size for the factory lines. So I just need to take these brake lines right here, and the old original, you know, brake lines right here, hook it up to there. And for the end pieces, I'm going to end up using the factory. I'm going to end up using the factory bolt, but I'm going to go ahead and just take this all off. Maybe try to sell it online or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and take that off and redo it. Of course, I got coilovers for this build. Pretty much most of the stuff you see here is brand new. Even my lower control arm. Not lower control arm. I think it's called lower control arm, I'm not sure. But my lower control arm, that's brand new. That's not brand new, but that came with, I think the previous owner put this on here, so that's at the market as well. The only thing that's not out the market right here is like the sway bar link. Nothing's really wrong with the sway bar link. I don't feel like changing it out. I may change it out when I end up turboing the car. May change it out, but for then, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around and then show y'all exactly. The bracket and stuff like that, and how I did it. Alright, a little rundown on this. Still got some brake cleaner on that. Alright, a little rundown on this. This is going to be 11 millimeter right there for that bolt. These are 18s for the back bracket bolts. Those are 18s. Let me set my light somewhere so you get a better view. All right, cool. This is the CV, the CSV brackets that of course you're gonna be ordering offline and stuff like that. You're gonna be drilling everything bigger. That includes the bracket and includes the actual hub assembly. You're gonna be drilling everything as big as this hole can get into, because this is going to, of course, mount up to the brake caliper. And you can see I have a lot of washers on there, 3 washers in the inside, 1 washer on the outside. Same for, I believe, the bottom of here. 1 washer, oops, sorry. 1 washer on the outside, 3 washers on the inside. So of course, line up here. You want to make sure everything's straight and everything has enough space. I needed that much space because for these brake calipers, this brake caliper is not rated for, of course, this CV, the CSV. I'm sorry, CSV bracket. Of course, you're going to be using. Oh, it's kind of loose too. Of course, you're going to be using the original screw that goes in with this bracket. I'm going to be using the original one of that. There's more things you have to cut here. Luckily for, this is what I like about these calipers. These calipers, you don't have to modify anything on this caliper. So you can literally go get a paint job and not have to cut anything on these calipers. That's what I like about the Camaro SS calipers versus the CTSV calipers, because you have to like cut notches or something off the CTSV calipers. For these calipers, you don't have to cut anything. So that's a really good thing. The only thing you do have to do more of than the CTSV calipers is the hub assembly. The hub assembly itself, you have to cut a lot of stuff off of there. And I'm going to show you here in a second. So the same thing as the TTSV calipers. Same thing goes for here. You're going to have to go ahead and cut your factory hub dust shield. Of course, you gotta have to cut that thing flat. Alright, so to get started with this, you have to cut out a notch right here for the actual assembly, for your hub assembly. You have to take it off and cut off a notch right there. And I believe you have to drill big enough for these 2 bolts up here and down here. You gotta drill a hole nut big enough for this bolt to fit through. You gotta drill a hole big enough for this nut to come through. The CV axle, yeah, I know this is kind of loose, but I think this is as tight as I can get. I could probably get this a little bit tighter just to, make sure that this bracket itself is staying on this, but you should have the reassurance of the actual caliper on this as long as these 2 bolts are tight. Should have really good security. So that's pretty much it for the CTS conversion kit. But for the Camaro SS brakes, use your factory. Made the mistake earlier. Use your factory brake lines for it. You're going to need it. So that's going to be a really big help. That I messed up and threw away my factory ones and thought it would be cooler to use the Camaro one, but don't do that. The factory banjo bolt actually fits for the factory 240 slot, so yeah, just do that and have it even tighter.